We're doing really well.
NBC News can project that Zohran Mamdani will be the next mayor of New York City.
Just hit an all-time high.
Projection time. The Fox News decision desk can now project that Congresswoman Mikey Sherrill will, in fact, become the next Democratic governor of New Jersey. Now, Sherrill defeats Republican Jack Ciattarelli, whom President Trump endorsed in May.
A big loss. You can say that these states were traditionally blue, but you can also say that heading in, there was some thought that, especially in New Jersey, that Ciattarelli would do better.
And breaking right now, the polls are closed in California, and Fox News is now projecting that Proposition 50 will pass. The congressional redistricting plan from Governor Gavin Newsom that is expected to flip 5 seats held by Republicans.
The White House is working on an executive order to strengthen our elections in this country and to ensure that there cannot be blatant fraud, as we've seen in California with their universal mail-in voting system. It's absolutely true that there's fraud in California's elections. It's just a fact.
The new power center of the left isn't the moderates. It's the AOCs and the Bernie Sanders and the Mamdanis.
The affordability push by Mamdani really sticks. And that's basically inflation and how people feel about the economy. So this dichotomy between how Wall Street's doing and how big business is doing and how you feel about it at home is something Republicans really have to look at.
When the stock market is doing well, that doesn't affect everybody. Not everybody's invested in the stock market.
It does.
But there have been grocery prices
No,
are up.
401ks. People have 401ks. Their 401ks are double what they were a year ago.
But for people that don't have 401ks or are not invested in the stock market,
but
they've seen their grocery prices go up, inflation.
No, you're wrong.
They know that they cannot win on their policies. They know that they don't have a national leader other than the Marxists now.
Assemblyman, any response to President Trump saying he's better looking than you?
My focus is on the cost of living crisis.
This is going to be a crisis in the city of New York. To have a communist in there talking about seizing the means of production.
Let me warn our new leader. If you try to implement socialism, if you try to render our police weak and impotent, if you forsake the people's public safety, we're not only organizing, but we are mobilizing, and we will become the mayor-elect and his supporters' worst enemies.
The Trump administration and Mike Johnson are running a pedophile protection program. That's what they've been doing. And that's the reason why they refuse to swear in Representative-elect Adelita Grijalva.
Pro-terrorist Marxist radicals are now the left's mainstream. We will prove that there is no problem too large for government to solve and no concern too small for it to care about. That is a direct quote from Commie Mamdani, and it should terrify every single freedom-loving American.
I think they're kamikaze pilots. I just got back from Japan. I talked about the kamikaze pilots. I think these guys are kamikaze. They'll take down the country if they have to.
If we embrace this brave new course, rather than fleeing from it, we can respond to oligarchy and authoritarianism with the strength it fears, not the appeasement it craves. And if there is any way to terrify a despot, it is by dismantling the very conditions that allowed him to accumulate power. This is not only how we stop Trump, it's how we stop the next one.
Comrade Mamdani is the face of the Democrat Party. We have an actual communist jihadist, and it's important to note, Mamdani is not a socialist. He is a full-on communist.
An interesting evening, and we learned a lot. How about the weightlifting? 218 pounds by women. That's a lot to lift over your head, Rima. I don't know if you might be able to do it. 218 pounds or whatever was the record. A man beat the record by 100 pounds. It stood for like 17 years or something. A man beat the record by 100 pounds. He was a failed male weightlifter, but as a female, he did very well. That's a record that won't. This is a thing that stood. They'd put a quarter of an ounce and a quarter of an ounce on each head. 18 years the record stood. Then a guy comes along, ping, ping. This is the crazy. These people are crazy. Remember I went up there, Princess? Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the United States of America, President Donald J. Trump. I'm looking at the teleprompters, and I have all my friends, including your family, sitting out there. 158 leaders, some in beautiful silk white robes, others in bad shirts, bad ties, and some in beautiful shirts and ties. But they're all the leaders, 158 leaders. And they're saying, President, and I'm walking up to the President Donald J. Trump, and I'm looking at the teleprompter, stone cold blank. They did it on purpose. And I think I gave my best speech. That's what I was told. But it still wasn't a great feeling. I'm walking up very slowly, you know, I'm 20 feet. I'm trying to walk slowly because I see it's not working. They're dead. They did it on purpose. But it worked out okay. Not great people.
This year, the president has pardoned or shortened the sentences of more than 1,600 people. The latest pardon was for a cryptocurrency tycoon who is known as CZ. The company CZ founded, Binance, helped boost the profile of the Trump family's crypto firm, World Liberty Financial. He pled guilty in 2023 to violating anti-money laundering laws.
Right.
The government at the time said that CZ had caused significant harm to U.S. national security, essentially by allowing terrorist groups like Hamas to move millions of dollars around. Why did you pardon him?
Okay, are you ready? I don't know who he is.
In 2025, his crypto exchange Binance helped facilitate a $2 billion purchase of World Liberty Financial's stablecoin. And then you pardoned CZ. How do you address the appearance of pay for play?
Well, here's the thing. I know nothing about it because I'm too busy doing the other.
But he got a
only
pardon.
tell you that.
But he got a
no,
pardon.
I can only tell you this. My sons are into it.
Donald Trump, since I know you're watching, I have 4 words for you. Turn the volume up.